Anyone out there, you have to come to Camp Crystal Lake. Bring a gun! Oh, God! He's killing us! Help! Help! I hope I'm doing this right. It worked! It actually worked! To get out of here. Holy shit! It started!
Okay, all set. Time to get out of here.
Help! Oh, God! Help! Oh, God!
know you can die, Jason!
He's killing me!
It's all done now, Jason. Your job is through. Return to Mommy.
Okay, just a few questions, and then we'll let you go see your sister. Okay, Tommy?
Is Trish okay?
The doctor said she's going to be absolutely fine. She's just resting right now.
And my mom? Where's my mom?
Excuse me, who are you?
Yeah, hi, Detective Webb. I'm Detective Alex Rigo. This is Dr. Marino from Wessex Children's Hospital.
Hello. Hi, Nicole Webb. Nobody told me you were coming.
Well, this incident has been elevated to a state matter, Detective Webb. I'll get you up to speed in a moment. Well, hello there. You must be Thomas.
Tommy Jarvis.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Tommy. We all understand you've had an extremely difficult night.
Has anyone seen Gordon?
Who's Gordon?
My dog. He must be hungry.
I'll make sure Gordon's fine, and then he gets his breakfast, okay?
Tommy, we're all so very sorry about your mother.
What do you mean? Where's my mom?
He doesn't know.
I was just about to tell him.
Where's my mother?
Tommy, I'm...
Hello, Tommy. My name is Lauren Marino, and I'm a child psychologist. Do you know what that means?
You work with crazy people?
Well, sometimes. But that's not why I'm here today. I help kids your age after they've gone through something traumatic. You know, something really bad. I'm here to help you, Tommy.
Where's my mom? Dr.
Marino. But you can just call me Lauren, okay? Don't think of me as a doctor. Think of me as your new friend. I'm here to protect you.
Is my mom dead? Lauren?
Detectives, could I please have a moment with Tommy? Alone?
Of course, Doctor.
My mom's dead too, isn't she?
I'm so sorry, Tommy. But yes, she's gone.
It was Jason. Jason killed all of them.
Who is Jason, Tommy?
Jason Voorhees. He's the man that did all of this.
Your sister, Patricia. She told the police that you saved her, that you killed the man who attacked you.
Jason.
Do you remember killing the man, Tommy?
Yes.
When Detectives Rigo and Webb come back in, they're going to ask you a bunch of questions about what happened, about the man. Can you be strong and answer them for me? One moment, please. Do you think you can answer their questions for me, Tommy?
I want to see Trish.
And you will, in just a moment, I promise. But first, it's very important. You need to tell the detectives everything you remember, okay?
Okay.
I'll be right here with you, Tommy. Come in, detectives.
How are we doing, Tommy?
He's still in shock.
I want to see Trish now.
We just have a few more questions about the man who did this.
Jason. His name?
Hello, Tommy.
Hi, Dr. Marino.
Please have a seat.
Thanks.
So, what happened this time?
I don't know.
You don't know. Tommy, this is the 4th program you've been kicked out of.
Sorry, Dr. Marino.
What's with the Dr. Marino stuff? Please.
Sorry, Lauren.
First, you got kicked out of Weston for fighting.
I've told you, the other kids there were crazier than I am. I couldn't even sleep there.
Smith's Grove, patient expelled for fighting other patients. Glen Echo, patient expelled for attacking orderlies. New Orleans Psychiatric, patient claimed to hear a man crying for his father in the nearby swamp every night and threatened suicide if not transferred. Jesus, Tommy, how will you ever get better if you can't stay in treatment?
Because I'm never going to get better. I've been institutionalized since I was fucking 12. When does it end?
When you finally let us help you, Tommy. That's when it ends.
No one can help me. I still see him.
Jason Voorhees.
It used to just be the nightmares, but now it even happens when I'm awake. The drugs don't work, but they just keep giving me more of them. I can't live like this anymore. I can't.
I've got one last idea. You're not gonna like it, but just listen to me, okay? I'm going to admit you to the Unger Institute.
Unger? But I thought the whole point was to get me away from Crystal Lake.
It's an extreme direction, but it's the best way to prove to yourself, once and for all, that Jason Voorhees is dead and can't hurt anyone ever again.
No, I can't go back there.
You don't have a choice anymore, Tommy. And listen to me. You can't get thrown out this time. Do you understand? This is my last option because no one else will take you. If you blow this, the state will take over and stick you in a padded cell for the rest of your life. I'm not going to let that happen on my watch. I know you're scared, Tommy. But this is how you're going to beat this once and for all. I'm committing you to Unger. You're going back to Crystal Lake. Beginning session. Thank God you're all right, Tommy. Are you in pain?
Yeah, but the meds work.
I'm so sorry that you had to go through this, Tommy. I didn't even know that Unger had transferred you to Pinehurst.
That's because it was my idea. I asked to be moved to Pinehurst.
What?
I'm tired of being in treatment. I hate living this way. I keep thinking about why you sent me to Unger, to face my fear. Well, Pinehurst is even closer to Crystal Lake than Unger, so it was my idea to be moved there.
Unger should have notified me. That's on them. But talk to me. Knowing what happened, that a crazy person put on a hockey mask and murdered people.
I know what you're getting at. I mean, this is exactly what Rigo has always claimed happened the first time I faced off with Jason and killed him. That it couldn't have been the real Jason Voorhees, right? Just a random psychopath trying to act out an urban legend, right?
Forget Detective Rigo. How do you feel about Jason now, Tommy?
After this crazy paramedic thing, I should be feeling better about all of it, shouldn't I? So tell me, why do I feel worse?
How so?
I'm gonna tell you something right now that's gonna make me sound even crazier than ever.
I'm listening.
Dr. Marino, Lauren, what if I'm Jason Voorhees?
What makes you say that, Tommy?
Last night, I had a dream that I killed Pam.
Pam Roberts? Dr. Leonard's assistant at Pinehurst?
It was so real. I had his hockey mask, Jason's mask, and I stood right there where you are now, and I stabbed Pam to death. Her blood, it was all over me, all over the floor. There was so much blood.
Tommy, you just survived an unbelievable trauma again. A dream like that is not unusual given all you've been through.
You're not hearing me. I think I'm dangerous. I think I should be locked up. I think I'm becoming Jason.
Thank you for meeting with me, Tommy.
I put Jason back at the bottom of Crystal Lake, where he belongs.
They've had there all morning. Tommy, they haven't found anyone yet.
That's impossible! Who's saying that? Rigo? That lying bastard!
Maybe you put someone in that lake. Someone who was killing innocent people. But it was not Jason Voorhees. Do you understand me?
They've gotten to you too. Oh, God, they've gotten to you too.
Nobody has gotten to anybody. But Tommy, the police are convinced that psychos keep coming here to masquerade as Jason because you keep perpetuating the story.
Alan knew where Jason was buried. He brought me there. I dug him up, and his body was right there in the grave. He was never cremated, Lauren. But he came back to life. He killed Alan and all of those people. And it's all my fault.
Yes, Tommy, it is your fault that you attract these maniacs. All this town wants is to bury the Voorhees story, but you, everywhere you go, you keep it alive, and that's why this happens.
There are witnesses. An entire camp full of witnesses saw
someone dressed in a hockey mask. Once again. Don't you see the pattern here, Tommy?
I watched Jason crawl out of his grave.
No, you didn't, because that's not possible. Tommy, I'm sorry. I can't help you anymore.
My God. They're gonna kill me, aren't they?
What? Who's they? Who's going to kill you, Tommy?
You. You sold me out to them, didn't you? You told me you were my friend. The night I met you, you said you'd protect me. Now they're gonna kill me because I know the truth.
Tommy, stop. Put down that lamp.
How could you do this to me? I'm the one who finally killed Jason, me! But they're all so desperate to cover it up that now you've signed my death warrant!
You're out of control, Tommy! Put down that lamp and...
Oh, God. I'm sorry, Lauren. I didn't want to hurt you, but... they're coming to get me. If you're hearing this, then you found my website, and they haven't taken it down yet. name is Tommy Jarvis, and I know the truth about Jason Voorhees. The truth that they don't want you to know. 30 years ago, I survived an encounter with Jason when he attacked my family and a group of teenagers renting the house next to ours at Crystal Lake. Jason killed them all, including my mother. Only my sister and I survived, because I took him out. But what did they do? They institutionalized me for over a decade. They told me I was crazy, that Jason wasn't real. Even my own sister eventually even gave up on me and stopped calling. Trish, if you're out there somewhere, and if you hear this, I forgive you. I know that they must have gotten to you. I love you, and I don't blame you. I just hope you're safe. Several years ago, I dug up Jason's grave to see once and for all if his ashes were really in it like the authorities claimed they were. They lied. They lied to me, to all of us. They never cremated him. And Jason came back again, killing over a dozen people. It wasn't someone impersonating Jason like they want you to believe. It was him. But this time, there were witnesses. Megan Garris, the sheriff's daughter, Deputy Rick Cologne, and a whole camp full of kids. They survived that night. They know the truth, but they've all been brainwashed or threatened into believing what they want them to believe. Yes, they want everyone to believe that what they saw was merely another psychopathic imposter pretending to be Jason Voorhees. But I knew the truth. So then they came after me because I wouldn't repeat and sell their lies. I had to knock out my psychiatrist to escape. Dr. Lauren Marino, I'm sorry that I hurt you, and I hope that you're all right. I only did what I had to do after they had gotten to you. I think I've tracked down one of the other survivors. Someone else who knows the truth. I should keep moving. I'll post again soon.
Okay, the tape is rolling.
Pamela.
Excuse me, ma'am?
She said Pamela. Maybe she prefers not being called Mrs. Voorhees.
Mrs. Voorhees, I'm Police Chief Tom Kelly. Detective Madry and I want to ask you a few questions, if that's all right.
Pamela? We're very sorry about the loss of your son. And we appreciate you.
His name was Jason.
Yes, ma'am. Jason. I understand he was 12 years old and he was not capable of normal. The report says his mind was...
There is nothing wrong with my son. Jason is a wonderful boy. He just needs to be watched over. I always have done that. I've always protected him. Always. My Jason is very special.
Yes, ma'am, I'm sure he was. I understand you are the cook at Camp Crystal Lake and...
I was promised that these counselors were responsible. That's why I took the job. These Christian teenagers would help look after my son while I worked. That's why I took this job. I was lied to.
Mrs. Voorhees, I'm sure these kids were just...
Fucking. That's what they were doing. That's what all of them were doing.
No, ma'am. The counselors were...
Were you there? No, you were not.
Mrs. Voorhees, please.
I was there, doing my job, washing the dishes of these selfish, irresponsible...
Ma'am, you need to...
You don't understand. I heard him. I heard my Jason calling for me from the lake. He was calling for his mother. Mommy, help, Mommy. Help me, Mommy.
Ma'am?
But it couldn't have been him, I kept thinking. It had to be just me imagining, you know? When you hear a voice sometimes in your head.
Captain, I'm going to get Mrs. Voorhees some water. Why don't we take a few minutes to...
So I didn't go to my baby, because I thought he was safe. I thought he was sleeping cozy in our cabin. But none of them were doing what they promised me. Jason was left all alone. They were not protecting him. They didn't care. Having sex was more important.
Mrs. Voorhees, we are going to stop now. We're going to get you some water and...
He couldn't swim. Did you know that? I tried to teach him, but he was terrified of the water.
I'm going to send Deputy Kroger to the diner. What would you like to eat? Captain, could you shut off the tape recorder, please?
Why would he go out there in that tiny little boat? He was trying to be brave. He wanted Mommy to know he was a brave boy. He was 10 years old yesterday. Did you know that? Did any of you know it was his birthday?
Okay, Mrs. Voorhees. That's all we need for the moment.
Has anyone found him yet? My Jason? Oh, God, my baby must be so cold.
Testing? Okay, Mrs. Voorhees. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you prefer I call you Pamela? Ma'am, do you have a preference?
Joe, let's just get on with it.
Yes, sir. Mrs. Voorhees, you said Jason was your only child, that's correct?
Jason is my only son.
And his father, deceased since 19...
I don't know. I don't know where he is.
You mean where he's buried, ma'am?
No. I don't know where Jason's father is. I haven't seen him since he...
Let me see that. Mrs. Voorhees, this statement says you are widowed, that your husband is dead.
My husband was killed, but he was not Jason's father.
So you were married before, ma'am?
No, this man did not marry me. We met... It doesn't matter where we met. He held me down by my throat. He forced himself into me. He made me stare into his eyes as he...
Raped you, ma'am?
I tried to stop him.
But he was too strong.
It was his eyes. His eyes were... He had so much hatred. I couldn't stop him. He'd kill me.
Did you report this?
Pamela, did you ever report him?
What was done was done. It didn't matter anymore. Nothing mattered. I just needed to take care of my son. My dear Jason.
Sir, we have a report there's a major storm coming in. We have to call off the search. We're having the men get off the lake and resume tomorrow.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay? My son is out there. You have to find him.
I'm sorry, ma'am. It's not safe being on the lake if there's a lightning strike.
You fucking bastards, go find my little boy now!
Sit down, Mrs. Voorhees.
No! God damn you!
Mrs. Voorhees, you need to calm down.
Are you heartless? He's my child! He's down in that lake! Find him! Let go of me! Let go, you fucking animals! You'll pay for this. I swear to God, you will pay for this. You fuck! Jason? Jason, are you awake? Baby? Are you dreaming? You can hear Mommy, can't you? Jason? You know I love you so much. I never want to lose you. Never. You're my baby. You're... Shh, baby. I know you're scared, but these men are going to help me find you. I'm coming now to get you. Mommy would never leave you. Never, ever. You're my son, my Jason. No one will ever take you away from...
All right, Mrs. Voorhees, we're going to give you a ride home now. If needed, we'll continue this tomorrow morning.
I'm not going home without my son.
Mrs. Voorhees, we're going to start searching the lake as soon as there's light.
No, I will not leave him alone. He's never been left alone. You take me to him.
Chief, the recorder...
Were you turning it off?
I did. Pamela, why did you turn...
Take me to my son! It's late, and he needs to be in bed.
Joe, shut the recorder off.
No!
God damn you! You just...
No, goddamn you! Goddamn all of you!
Is this thing working? Okay, now it's on. Good. Mrs. Voorhees, Pamela. Pamela, this is Dr. Jarvis. Have you ever met him before? He's been the family doctor in Crystal Lake for...
I don't know him.
Hello, Mrs. Voorhees. Would it be all right with you if we could talk? I know you haven't slept all night. That's understandable. I can't imagine how hard it is to lose your only child.
What do you mean?
Detective, would you mind leaving us alone to talk?
Well, to be honest, Doctor, I really don't think you should be left alone with him.
I want to talk to him. Alone.
It'll be fine, Detective.
Yes, Detective. Leave.
We'll be right outside the door, if you need anything.
Bring my son back to me.
We're searching for him now. Every officer here and in the county are at Crystal Lake.
Not you two. Why? You don't care?
Detective, we'll be here. You go do what you need to do.
We'll be right outside the door.
Okay. First off, may I call you by your first name?
No.
That's fine, Mrs. Voorhees.
Do you have children?
Unfortunately not, but my wife and I are trying.
Do you want a boy or a girl?
I'd be happy with either.
Have you picked a name?
Actually, we talk about it a lot. If it's a girl, we like Rachel, and Thomas if it's a boy.
Rachel and Tommy.
Yes.
I was going to call my son Joshua, but when I saw him, when they took him from inside me and put him in my arms, I knew his name was Jason.
He must have been a wonderful boy.
He is. Jason is a wonderful boy.
Mrs. Voorhees, I'm...
Pamela. You may call me Pamela.
Oh, okay. Pamela. I'm just a medical doctor, basically, but Detective Madry wanted me to come talk with you about the situation with your son.
What do you mean?
Well, they're concerned that if they're unable to...
Dr. Jarvis, the chief needs to speak with you immediately. He's calling from the camp. We'll continue this later.
What happened? Did they find my son? I want you all to know something. You're going to be punished for what you have done. My child is laying at the bottom of that lake. He's all alone. freezing. And you do nothing. God damn you! I hope you all burn in hell!
Mrs. Voorhees, what are you doing? Stop that!
Leave me alone. Get out of here!
Mrs. Voorhees, please, give me the microphone.
Give me my boy back! You fucking...
Police Chief Kelly! Kelly!
Okay, ma'am. Let's simmer down.
No! I'll kill you! I'll fucking kill all of you!
Is it recording now?
Yes, sir. That fixed it.
This is Police Chief Michael Kelly of the Crystal Lake Sheriff's Department. Today is June 15th, 1957. The time is 9:54 p.m. This recording is the confession of Pamela Voorhees to the murder of Elias Voorhees, her husband, and father of son Jason.
No, I did not say that.
Ma'am, you just told me a few minutes ago you killed your husband, and you agreed to let us tape your confession.
I did kill him. I had to. He was hurting my Jason. Again.
Fine. He was hurting his son and...
No, you fucking moron. Jason was not his son. I've told you that.
Okay, Mrs. Voorhees, why don't you tell me again?
About Jason's father? I don't know his name. He never said a word to me that night. He just did what he wanted to me, then left me there, bleeding.
And after all these years, you've not seen him again?
I would never, ever want to see him again. Ever.
Then Jason never knew his real father.
I married Elias because he was strong. I thought he would protect us.
Protect you?
Yes, from him. I could feel he was out there, watching us, wanting to take Jason away from me.
So why would you want to kill your husband, Elias?
Because he was hurting your son?
Joe, let her answer. Why did you kill him?
Because Jason wanted me to. He told me to. Kill him, Mommy. He's hurting me, Mommy. You kill him.
So this very young child, your son, told you to kill your husband?
Yes.
Mrs. Voorhees, as I understand your son's condition, I find it hard to believe that he spoke to you, much less...
How dare you? My son's condition?
No, Pamela. He didn't mean it.
I am done talking to you. All of you. I don't trust any of you. I'm going to find my son myself.
Mrs. Voorhees, please don't leave. We need to continue your...
Fuck you. You are nothing but heartless murderers. You are leaving my son to die all alone out there.
It's dark out, Pamela. You could get hurt.
You're the ones who will get hurt. All of you. This camp now has a death curse. Don't ever forget that.
Chief, should I...
Let her go. Poor bitch is off her rocker. Can't believe a goddamn thing she says. We're done here.